Good evening, and welcome to the Crypto Overnighter. I'm Nicodemus, and I will be your host as we take a look at the latest cryptocurrency news and analysis. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. And remember, none of this is financial advice. And it's 10 p.m. on Thursday, July 6th, 2023. Welcome back to the Crypto Overnighter, where we have no sponsors, no hidden agendas, and no BS. But we do have a contest. And this month's hardware wallet giveaway is in full effect. I just sent one out to last month's winner on Independence Day, celebrating the right to self-custody. So if you want your chance to win, just comment on the June 2023 covers video. And I gotta tell you, there were not very many entrants last time, so everybody who entered had a really good chance. So subscribe to the Crypto Overnighter podcast and comment for your chance to win. And now, on with the news. First, we'll be diving into the turbulent waters of BlockFi's bankruptcy plans, where FTX and Three Arrows Capital are making waves. Then we'll take a closer look at Bittrex's path to bankruptcy and what that means for the future of crypto exchanges in the US. From there, we'll transport you to the virtual realm of the Metaverse, where the European Commission is crafting a strategy that could shape the future of this digital frontier. And speaking of changing futures, Twitter is making big moves in the social crypto media space, and we've got all the details. Then we'll jet off to Israel, where changes to tax laws could make it a hotspot for crypto enthusiasts and businesses. And finally, we'll zoom out to the global stage, where the International Monetary Fund is proposing a new tax plan for cryptocurrencies that could shake up the industry. So buckle up, hit that subscribe button, and let's get started. BlockFi is facing opposition from FTX, Three Arrows Capital, and the Securities Exchange Commission over its proposed bankruptcy plans. The plans are due to be discussed in a New Jersey court hearing on July 13th. They involve disputed transactions amounting to over $1 billion. FTX was providing financial support to BlockFi before FTX itself filed for bankruptcy. They're arguing that the proposed plan has unjustly diminished its claims against BlockFi. BlockFi stands accused of believing that some bankruptcy magic can be used to make FTX's claims disappear without meeting basic procedural fairness and due process requirements. This is seen as an abuse of the plan process by FTX. The company cites hundreds of millions of dollars in repayments and collateral tied to a loan with FTX's trading arm, Alameda Research. They're also pointing to $1 billion in collateral pledges made by Emergent Fidelity. That company was established by FTX's CEO, Sam Bankman-Fried, to hold shares in Robinhood. These filings are part of a plan to untangle complex financial transactions among crypto companies now undergoing separate bankruptcy cases as they strive to repay customers and other creditors. BlockFi may also have claims against FTX in parallel proceedings being held in Delaware, to which FTX's lawyers expect to object. Three Arrows Capital claims BlockFi owes it over $220 million. It also objected that it wasn't given a chance to contest fraud allegations. The SEC, on the other hand, said the proposed clauses to release BlockFi and its management were overly vague and broad. BlockFi's creditors have also argued that the bankruptcy plan is a costly and elaborate way to free executives from legal responsibility for their poor financial decisions. They said the company itself should simply be liquidated. After the SEC voiced similar objections in relation to crypto lender Voyager, legal delays meant Binance US pulled out of its offer to buy the company. The situation with BlockFi is a clear example of the complex financial ties and challenges that can arise in the world of crypto. As these companies navigate their bankruptcy proceedings, the outcomes could have significant implications for the broader industry. Speaking of complex financial ties and challenges, don't forget to tie yourself to our podcast by hitting that like button, subscribing, and following us for more exciting crypto news. Now let's dive into another intriguing case of a crypto company facing regulatory hurdles. Here's the scoop on Bittrex's path to bankruptcy. Bittrex faced allegations of breaking several Florida laws by the state's financial regulator. That was before declaring bankruptcy in May. The allegations were outlined in court documents filed by Brandon Greenberg. He's the Assistant General Counsel for the Florida Office of Financial Regulation, or OFR. The OFR advised Bittrex on potential ways to settle the charges against them. Bittrex was accused of not separating customer assets from its operating capital and not maintaining a surety bond of the correct amount at all times. From October 2022 to March 2023, the OFR collaborated with financial regulators from Texas, Maryland, and Michigan to conduct a multi-state examination of Bittrex. On March 31st, Bittrex announced it was winding down its U.S. operations due to the uncertain regulatory and economic environment. After the investigation, the OFR filed a 3-count complaint against Bittrex on April 17th. On that same day, the SEC accused Bittrex of violating federal laws by operating a securities exchange, broker, and clearing agency. The OFR suggested that Bittrex follow administrative procedures if it wanted to discuss the matter further and possibly explore settlement options. Bittrex expressed disappointment that the OFR had taken enforcement action instead of allowing the company to surrender its license and leave Florida. Bittrex did not disclose plans to file for bankruptcy at the time. Despite surrendering its money transmitter license on April 30th, Bittrex maintained that it had been compliant with Florida law since then. The OFR responded by explaining that its examination findings showed recent conduct by Bittrex that violated several provisions of Chapter 560 of Florida statutes. This indicates a pattern of non-compliance with money service business laws. Bittrex filed for bankruptcy in Delaware on May 8th. The situation with Bittrex highlights the ongoing tension between cryptocurrency platforms and regulatory bodies. The case of Bittrex shows that even though a company may believe that it's operating within the law, regulators may have a different interpretation. This incident underscores the importance of clear and consistent regulatory guidelines for cryptocurrency platforms. It also raises questions about the future of cryptocurrency exchanges in the US and the potential impact on the broader cryptocurrency market. The case of Bittrex serves as a reminder to other cryptocurrency platforms of the importance of compliance with all relevant laws and regulations. From the tangled world of crypto finance, we now shift our gaze to the virtual realm of the metaverse. But before we do, remember to comment on our June 2023 covers video for a chance to win this month's hardware wallet giveaway. Now, let's explore the EU's strategy for navigating this new frontier. The European Commission is developing a strategy for the metaverse, largely because the virtual world is expected to be the next stage of the internet. This strategy has been delayed and is not expected to have an immediate legislative impact. It will address policy issues such as property rights, technological standards, and privacy in the metaverse. The Commission's strategy is seen as the start of a broader policy agenda, setting the stage for potential future action. The Commission expressed concerns about the potential for large corporations to dominate the metaverse, as has happened with the current internet. Companies like Facebook, which has rebranded itself as Meta in its own pivot to the metaverse, and Apple, which is also moving into the space, could have a transformative impact. The Commission is interested in ensuring the metaverse remains an open and competitive space rather than being dominated by a few large players. The Commission's strategy also emphasizes the need for the metaverse to reflect European values. This includes addressing issues such as discrimination, safety, and data controls. The Commission is also concerned about the potential for the metaverse to be used for illegal activities such as organized crime. The strategy also acknowledges the potential benefits of the metaverse. Virtual worlds could become an important part of modern digital industries, offering opportunities for online job training, virtual factories, and power grids. However, there are also legal challenges to be addressed, including the question of personal property rights in the metaverse. The Commission's strategy also proposes a new form of global governance for the metaverse. They believe that it's needed to ensure the metaverse remains open and lawful. This would involve international engagement on issues such as technological standards, identity management, censorship, and surveillance. The Commission plans to support the creation of a technical multi-stakeholder governance process to address these issues. The strategy also proposes exploring the potential of new forms of digital cooperation, such as DAOs, and identifying the legal, administrative, and economic barriers that prevent their uptake. The Commission also plans to promote regulatory sandboxes to test out short-term projects under a lighter regulatory regime. The Commission's strategy is expected to have implications for the cryptocurrency sector, as blockchain and cryptocurrencies are likely to be key technologies underpinning the metaverse. The Commission's Joint Research Center predicted these technologies will be the building blocks of a decentralized infrastructure for the metaverse. This means any regulation of the metaverse could also have an impact on the cryptosphere. From the virtual world to the real one, we're turning our attention to the social media giant Twitter. But first, if you're enjoying the podcast, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on all things crypto. Now, let's see what's happening in the state of social crypto media. Twitter recently gained regulatory approval from 3 U.S. states to function as a money transmitter. Those states are New Hampshire, Michigan, and Missouri. The approval paves the way for Twitter to expand into payments and other financial services. The licenses allow Twitter to send, receive, and transfer funds for customers both nationally and internationally, as well as perform exchanging currency and issuing prepaid cards. Elon Musk expressed his desire to transform Twitter into a WeChat for the West. And by that, he means a comprehensive digital platform where users can perform a wide variety of activities. These activities include making payments. The future app, tentatively named X the Everything app, may or may not incorporate cryptocurrency. Despite his previous hints at crypto integrations, plans seem to have shifted since he took over, with the rumored wallet feature currently on hold. Meanwhile, Blue Sky, a decentralized alternative to Twitter, has raised $8 million in a seed round led by Neo. And by that I mean Neo, the community-led firm, not Neo, the hacker and savior of the human species. This funding will be used to expand the team and to enhance the decentralized AT protocol that powers the Blue Sky app. Twitter initially funded Blue Sky to work on an open and decentralized social media standard. They became a completely independent organization in February 2022. Blue Sky is also introducing paid services, beginning with custom domains in partnership with domain registrar Namecheap. Users can set a custom domain as their handle on Blue Sky and the AT protocol in a matter of minutes. Over 13,000 users have already either repurposed domains they already owned or purchased a domain solely because of Blue Sky. Despite these developments, it's important to remember that the money transmitter licenses granted to Twitter do not necessarily imply that cryptocurrency is coming to the platform. However, we can still hope for such an integration. Twitter's new CEO, Linda Yaccarino, is known to be a supporter of Doge. Moreover, Binance backed the $44 million Twitter purchase. They may have done so to potentially influence the platform to align with Web3 and the decentralized internet. While the facts suggest a potential move towards integrating financial services and possibly cryptocurrency into these social media platforms, the actual impact and implication of these developments remain to be seen. Introducing financial services could transform how users interact on these platforms, opening up new possibilities for commerce and communication. However, the integration of cryptocurrency, while exciting for some, could also bring about regulatory challenges and potential risks for users. As such, these developments should be watched closely as they unfold. From the social media landscape to the swamps of taxation, we're now moving on to our next story. But before we go, don't forget to follow me on Twitter. Link is in the show notes. The Israeli parliament gave preliminary approval to a bill that could bring significant tax advantages to the country's crypto. Right now, high-tech companies in Israel get certain tax benefits. This proposed legislation seeks to extend those benefits to businesses dealing with digital currencies. So if this bill becomes law, foreign residents will be exempted from capital gains taxes on the sale of crypto. Additionally, the tax on crypto options for employees, which are similar to stock options, will be reduced from 50% to around 25%. This information was shared by the Israel Crypto, Blockchain, and Web3 Companies Forum, ICBW3. The bill enjoys the backing of the coalition government led by the Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu. It aligns with his economic policies aimed at attracting investors and companies to Israel. Dan Ilaus is the member of Netanyahu's Likud. He said the bill aims to eliminate the current taxation discrimination between the traditional high-tech industry and the crypto industry. And what he means by that is, up until now, crypto industry workers had to pay double the tax on their options compared to their counterparts in the traditional high-tech industry. Furthermore, foreign investors in blockchain industry were not entitled to the same benefits as those investing in the traditional high-tech industry. Israel has been making efforts to incorporate crypto into its local economy by regulating the sector. The government proposed guidelines for the treatment of digital assets and requirements for stablecoins. The country's security regulator is set to oversee crypto assets. Israel's finance minister supports the bill and indicates Israel is welcoming crypto. This decision aligns Israel with the UK and European countries that actively promote the industry, generating employment opportunities through clear regulations. With the adoption of technology and crypto, Israel has the potential to compete with major financial cities like London and New York. From the sunny shores of Israel, we now turn our gaze to the global stage. But before we do, remember to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you never miss out on our latest crypto updates. Now let's dive into the International Monetary Fund's new tax plan for crypto. Unsurprisingly, the IMF has been investigating ways to tax cryptocurrencies. They believe there are tens of billions of dollars in potential tax revenue just waiting to be collected. The IMF noted that the current tax systems were not designed with cryptocurrencies in mind, which has led to significant challenges in integrating them. The emergence of blockchain technology and its assets came after these tax systems were established. The IMF identified several issues with taxing crypto. First, the semi-anonymous nature of cryptocurrencies makes them difficult to tax. Editor's note: some might view that difficulty as a feature, not a problem. Second, cryptocurrencies have a dual nature as both an investment vehicle and a means of payment, which complicates their taxation. Additionally, the high volatility common to cryptocurrencies presents a major challenge for tax collections. There's currently no consensus on how to tax cryptocurrencies, with options included treating them as gambling, capital gains, or income. The IMF also pointed out the high adoption of cryptocurrencies in growing economies. Specifically, for economies where there is limited collection technology, this is another obstacle. The different categories of cryptocurrency holders, from small retail investors to large-scale whales, also presents challenges for taxation. The IMF suggested their own tax design to address these issues. In terms of solutions, the IMF suggested that distributed ledger technology, the very technology underpinning cryptocurrencies, could be helpful in taxing cryptocurrencies. The technology's transparency could help trace transaction history and could be used in administering taxes. The IMF also suggested that this could help secure chains of value-added tax compliance and enforce withholding. So, my take on it: the IMF's exploration of ways to tax cryptocurrencies indicates a growing recognition of the importance and potential impact of these digital assets. While the challenges are significant, the potential rewards in terms of tax revenue are substantial. However, the process of integrating cryptocurrencies into existing tax systems will likely be complex and fraught with difficulty. The IMF's research into this area is a positive step toward understanding and addressing these challenges, but it remains to be seen how effective their proposed solutions will be. So, what happened? First, we discussed how cryptocurrency lender BlockFi is facing opposition from FTX, Three Arrows Capital, and the SEC over its proposed bankruptcy plans. This dispute involves transactions amounting to over $1 billion and could have serious implications for the broader crypto industry. Next, we delved into the case of Bittrex, a cryptocurrency exchange that was accused of breaking several Florida laws before declaring bankruptcy. This case underscores the ongoing tension between crypto platforms and regulatory bodies and raises important questions about the future of cryptocurrency exchanges in the US. We then shifted our gaze to the virtual realm of the Metaverse, where the European Commission is developing a strategy to address policy issues such as property rights, technological standards, and privacy. This strategy is expected to have significant implications for the crypto sector, especially as blockchain and cryptocurrencies are likely to be key technologies underpinning the metaverse. From the virtual world, we move back to the real world, focusing on Twitter. The social media giant gained regulatory approval to function as a money transmitter, opening up new possibilities for expansion into payments and other financial services. Meanwhile, Blue Sky, a decentralized alternative to Twitter, raised $8 million in a seed round and is introducing paid services. We then took a journey to the Middle East, where Israel is making significant changes to its tax laws, offering tax cuts for cryptocurrency transactions. This move is expected to encourage crypto investments and innovation within the country, making it a more attractive hub for crypto enthusiasts and businesses. Finally, we turned our attention to the global stage, where the International Monetary Fund is proposing a new tax plan for cryptocurrencies. This plan aims to regulate the rapidly growing crypto market and to ensure fair taxation, but its implications for global crypto investors and businesses are yet to be fully understood. And that's going to do it for us tonight. I want to thank you, my listeners, because when you stop listening, I will stop talking. If you enjoyed tonight's show, please like, follow, subscribe, leave a rating, or maybe a review. And in the meantime, we'll see you tomorrow night.